The best skills to acquire early for Naoe. Stay tuned for that. What's up guys, I'm Franky Boy on this channel covering everything regarding Assassin's Creed, and I played this game for about 60 hours and I think I can help you to become the best pirate of the Caribbean, such as Naoe. She can be the captain of this ship. Obviously not, but we're going to be talking about the perks to acquire early. There are a few, I would say, false friends that you might want to identify. And let's quickly reset the masteries, obviously. Okay, we have a few blank spaces now. So the first point I would spend would be for an active ability for the katana, Tidal Wave. Why is that? One mastery point is nothing. Spend it and you have an active ability to get rid of some of the adrenaline that you have in fights. Also, the katana is your very first weapon you have. Obviously, like Kusarigama is better, but it costs 5 mastery points to acquire an active ability here, so I wouldn't recommend it. What I would recommend is to spend 1 mastery point for the smoke bomb, so 1 mastery point here, as well as 1 here, already well spent. I don't think you need the dodge attack, but you can acquire it. We will skip the Kusarigama and Tanto for now, because you won't have one so far. You don't need the tool professional as well, and the quick throw, for me it's not needed, to be honest. Last but not least, shallow water breathing. It's overrated. Don't get it. Same goes for the Shoji door assassination. I wouldn't recommend it. It's overrated as well. And there are rarely situations where you should get that. If you now have some extra points, obviously go for the global passives and spend them there, or keep them until you unlocked level 2, because that's what we're gonna dive into now. Alright, on level 2 we can see we could get the counter attack for the katana for 3 points. It's an option here for sure. Actually, we're skipping the rest. Now, if you already acquired a Kusarigama, I would recommend getting the Quick Strike. It's not an active ability, but it's awesome. Maybe get the Feral Outburst, but only if you have the points there. I would recommend going to the other trees first. We don't need anything regarding the Tanto so far, but we want to get the Shuriken for only 2 points. I rarely use the bell, but if you use it, it's cheap, get it. Also, this is an awesome upgrade as well. The tools are the best thing on level 2. I would say 1 additional health segment with kunai, awesome range assassination. Shinobi makes it possible for us to almost be unkillable with fall damage. Reminds me of Cassandra back then. Almost. It will be fully unkillable on level 4, but so far not. I think we do not need the Bolt, but I think this is super handy. 2 mastery points well invested into faster climbing. This will be better for you to play stealth, because you will not be seen that easily by enemies since you're faster. Grab assassination, overrated, not needed. Now this is one of the best skills in the game. Totally get it as soon as possible if you have a Tanto so far. Double assassination, awesome. As well as obviously ground assassinations, they are better now. Yeah, I mean, that's great. Play that. Now that's it for level 2, what I would recommend. And I hopefully get you guys an idea of which skill I think is the best. I would say if I had to get one first, it would be the double assassination, and as well as the assassination damage here. Also the tools like Shuriken and 1 kunai. That would be my priority. Moving on to number 3, and this time we're starting from the back. 1 more adrenaline. How crazy is that? Getting that first for the assassin tree. Using the hidden blade for large enemies is crucial, so you need that as well. This will ease your life by a lot. I mean, you can use that, the longevity, but I wouldn't recommend it in the first place. You will get that at a later stage though. Now for Shinobi, at this point I would not get anything. This Heightened Senses is okay-ish for some really fast stealth gameplay, but I would say I rarely use it, as well as the lightning kick. I wouldn't recommend that as well. Now going on with the tools, if you use the bells, you might get that upgrade here, but I would recommend you guys to get the kunai with armor piecing and upgrade it yet another time. That's it for this tree. If you find yourself fighting with a Tanto, you might acquire the Shadow Piercer and upgrade now, because this will then generate adrenaline, so you can use it on the next target, and next target, and next target. Always use it as a finisher, so this would be an option totally for you. But one of the best skills is that one. If you have some adrenaline bars acquired, and you're using the Tanto in fights. So that's like, I don't know, I would totally recommend Kusarigama for fights, but if you use it, this is awesome as well. You will like dodge every hit. And if you have additional adrenaline bars, that's awesome because you can in that time like fill up all the adrenaline bars that you have. Great thing. Now, Cyclone Blast, one of my favorite abilities. It's the spin to win ability, and this will also apply the effect of the Kusarigama, e.g. bleeding, poisoning, or stunning. Get that catalyst as well, and you can upgrade it so you deal more damage with the Kusarigama. For the katana, I would switch to Tanto and Kusarigama as soon as I have that combo and only think about the global passives on the left hand side. In this case, I would actually reset that skill tree. Moving on with level 4. I would get nothing in the katana tree because I don't play the katana. For the Kusarigama, I would upgrade the Cyclone, but this would not be my priority. I actually would set my priority in the last parts of that skill tree and get the better assassination. It's quite expensive. I would then increase my adrenaline bars. Assassin skill tree, super awesome. Moving on to the Shinobi. Maybe you want that, but I think I died from fall damage once. So this, I don't know, I think it's like 3 wasted mastery points to be honest, but it's cool to be like that Cassandra undieable. Besides that, I would say if you got the Heightened Senses, you can get that, but you don't need to. Great thing, one more additional health with the kunai, we want that. Also, improved shuriken, if you use them, is awesome as well, because it will now bounce. And this is cool if you have 3 shuriken unlocked. If you play Tanto, this is like the best active ability in the game. Hidden Hand. This is an in-fight assassination for adrenaline. Now, you totally need that upgraded barrage now because you will perform that assassination with the Tanto. You will then activate this ability to dodge everything for 20 seconds. While doing that, you will gain new adrenaline. After this ran out, you will perform then the next assassination and you can repeat this infinitely as the perfect loop. Alright, there we go. Up to number 5. Mambu number 5. This is a great one in the assassin skill tree, though it's not needed, but it's fun. Will open up lots of new opportunities for you to assassinate enemies that you would not be able to in the first place if you hadn't had chance to like close that gap. Not able to deny assassinations, incredible game changer, get it. Besides that, I would get nothing in the Shinobi tree. You could like now get that shallow water breathing as well as the Shoji door, obviously, because you want it and it's cheap at this point in the game. Also, you could think about that one and upgrading it now that it's fully upgradable in combination with a shuriken throw. But I, to be honest, never used that combo. For the tools, awesome. More shuriken damage. This now deals proper damage and bounces between targets. Also, if you want that bell, you can get it, but I don't use it. Like Hidden Onslaught, this is like the active assassination against unaware enemies. Like if an enemy is unaware, he's not in fight anyways, but I would get it to unlock that at the later stage. At this point, I would say it's not needed, but cooldown reduction is awesome if you have the points. This is crazy because critical chance, yeah, we want that. Now for the Kusarigama, I would upgrade this here for the quick strike and I would leave the rest. Maybe I would go back to this one, why not get it and upgrade it now? Because you feel that progression at some point, 1 or 2 or 3 points is cheap, while at the start of the game it's pretty expensive. You will then like get things just for getting them and upgrading stuff just for upgrading it because you can. I would get nothing in that tree right here and then moving on to 6. Alright, obviously you want that adrenaline chunk. A lot of these things right here you have to fulfill quests, so I have to do that to unlock it. But obviously one additional health segment is a no-brainer and I want it. Same goes for abilities that I would use here. And at this point I might say, yeah, okay, 3 mastery point, that's nothing. Maybe I will get that ninja fall. Kunai can no longer break on impact is quite nice because you can then like save an up. Also increase the damage for one-hit range assassinations on tougher targets. This here, it's a no-brainer. Larger tool bag, perfect. you need that. So if you find yourself using the Tanto in fights, you might then now get this fully upgraded here. If you do not do so, don't get it. And for the Kusarigama, I would get that because that's an awesome ability, but I'm not there yet. For the Katana, I wouldn't get anything because it's Katana passives only. And now at this point, I would actually say, yeah, get some melee damage, maybe some damage against afflicted because I afflict all the time, damage with consecutive hits. I would get these passives going up now, affliction build up, and always just for 1 mastery point because it's cheap. Armor piercing, awesome as well. Now, if I got these passives, I would then go to the mastery skill tree and go to that Paragon-ish style tree and then work my way up here again. Obviously, knowledge rank 8 is quite far away for me. And I would say like here, armor damage is the best. Also damage with afflictions. So that's the damage afflictions do if you use them. I would say armor piercing is awesome here. Armor is like a big thing in that game. And I would obviously increase my melee damage if possible. Then I would just go for pure damage. I would max this out as soon as possible. Cooldown is awesome as well for infinite loops. And I would say crit chance and adrenaline, like that last bar over here. You really want that one. Alright, so that's the skills that I would get for Naoe to make her the perfect assassin and let her not burn to death, hopefully. By the way, you can obviously make a dodge roll to get that fire off her. Hopefully that helped you guys a little to like get an understanding of what these skills do. And thank you so much for tuning in. I will speak to you in the next or last video. Also make sure to check out this here or that one. If you need yet another video or help. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will speak to you in the next video. Goodbye, guys, and follow for more, obviously.